Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is Kim and I'm going to do a quick love reading. See what's going on in your love life at the moment. Spirit, can you let me know what the collective need to know in their love life at the moment, please? We've got closure. Not all connections are meant to be. Accept closure. Any more cards, please? Alright, that's stuck in my hand. Unseen, love can be blind. Ensure you're not overlooking red flags and possibly, you know, obviously there could be things going on in the background that you're not aware of. Anything else? That's too many. Come on, Spirit, just a couple of cards. There we go. Let's have a look. Proposal, an offer or proposal in the near future that comes as a surprise. Let's see if we can get some physical characteristics of either yourself or the people that you're involved with. So someone is skinny, someone has mixed colour eyes. Oh. Let's have a look. Someone's a witch or gives off that witch energy. I was actually thinking about this the other day because I think there's people who consider tarot readers witches, but I would not consider myself a witch. To me, witches are people who do spells and rituals and, you know, burn candles and write things on pieces of paper and burn it, and I don't do any of that. So I guess that whole witch thing could actually just be a matter of perspective. Woman. That's never come out before, so that's fairly clear. Someone's got a skin condition. Someone has fun coloured hair. Someone is a brunette. And someone is a white American. Right, okay. So that's a cool mix. Let's try these oracle cards. See if we can give you a little bit more. Oh, is that upside down? Doesn't matter. A little bit more. It's a really interesting mix because you've got closure there, unseen, and proposal. So I have to feel like the proposal is, if it's going to be a surprise, like it says at the bottom of the card, could be, I mean, it doesn't have to be like a marriage proposal. It could just be that someone you didn't realise that likes you invites you on a date, asks you to date them or whatever. You possibly didn't realise that they even liked you. I mean, that could be the unseen thing. So, right, yeah, sorry, it's just clicked. So, yeah, closure. You're holding on to somebody in the past and there's a new person waiting to come in. But for it to come in, you have to sort of, what's the word? Well, I guess accept that your previous connection just wasn't going to work out. You weren't on the right wavelength for each other. You didn't have the same, well, politics is the first word that springs to mind actually. But you just didn't have the same values. You were both I don't know, it sounds wrong saying it this way. It sounds like I'm being a bit snobby in a way, but one of you really was more evolved in certain ways than the other. One of you had a much lower vibration than the other, and you just couldn't meet. So this new person that you're not expecting to give you an offer is much more on the same wavelength as you, much more got the same values. I think you just don't realise at this point how they feel about you. Your past person saying, I know I messed up everything. You've always got to be on my lap these days, haven't you? Guest star appearance in every video, Lord Binkos. Look at the camera. Goodbye. It's like, I'm not a performing monkey. Yes, thank you for licking me. Right. Make the effort. This love is worth taking risks. You are called to move forward. Ties in perfectly with what I was just saying. You've got to move forward from this past relationship. I know I crossed the line with you. I hid who I really am from you. So it might well be that when you first got with this ex, they were possibly saying, I don't know, yes, I support the same political party as you. Yes, I like the same music. I have the same view on women's rights, whatever. And then actually, as you progressed into the relationship, you realise this just wasn't true. Um, on some pretty fundamental stuff, actually. And then on the bottom of the pile, you've got, I hope that you can forgive me one day. Right, anything else for the collective, please, Spirit? Anything else? No more cards. All right. What I will do then, I like to end it on a slightly more positive note. So even though I've said to you, here's your path, this is what you need to do, and this is what is likely to happen for you, I do feel like I just need to give you something a little bit more constructive, helpful. So Spirit, can we have a Forest Spirit card, please, for the collective? All right, let's try shuffling this way and see if it works a bit better. I'm not going to force them to come out if they don't want to, but just want to be nice. Usually I end up with about 20. Come on, please. Oh, that one. All right. Hawk Spirit, clear vision. Rise above any adversity and seek clarity as you ascend and achieve true greatness. That's amazing. Can you see that? Yeah, perfect. So I guess I know it feels cliche, especially if you're going through a rough time about a breakup or something, but it's that if you can, try and look at the bigger picture. See it for what it is. It was a learning experience. There will have been not just beliefs, but possibly ideas, people, hobbies. There will have been something you got to experience in your time with this person that you might not otherwise have got to experience, and it's helped shape who you are, your beliefs, your feelings, even as basic as maybe you've suddenly decided that you really like a particular band, or you suddenly realise that you like a particular pastime that you did with this person, and in doing so, that will then open you up to future opportunities to meet key people that you will need to know. I see that happening. As well as that standard spiritual practice of working your way through karma. There's something about work in this as well. Yeah, okay, so again, this is a collective reading. It's not going to resonate for everyone, but I feel like the image I'm being shown is, like I said, that there's a band that this ex introduced you to that you actually quite like, or there's a hobby, some kind of pastime, sport, hobby that they liked, you'd never tried before, they introduced you to, you found out you either quite liked it or quite good at it. At some point down the road, by going to see this group or showing an interest in this group, or by doing this hobby or sport, you are going to unintentionally network with somebody that can give you some key support, possibly work, career opportunities. Yeah, that's the best way I can put it. But it's sort of it wasn't all for nothing. Is all I can say. There's a synchronicity that will appear down the road where you realise that you might not have had this opportunity were it not for things in life that the ex introduced you to. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, yeah, I think that's the message. Every time I say I'm going to do a quick message, it always ends up being at least 10 minutes. So yes, take care. I hope that's helped, and I will speak to you soon. Bye bye.